Welcome back to FlyQuest Red stream against Rawkus Cawkus. A little bit of an awkward first map for FlyQuest Red. Obviously, things not going their way. I think there was a lot of, they don't play a whole lot of Inferno, and so things did end up a little bit difficult. But this is a place that FlyQuest Red do a lot of good work. We got to see a 13-2 last night, so I'm hoping that we get some more good gameplay tonight.
Yeah, I mean they're coming off earlier today winning 13-10 on this after being down significantly in their previous match today. So starting off on the T side, we'll see them push forward aggressively early on. Lots of kills going in the way of Rawkus. However, Unbound is still stuck below, and Emmy will make him pay for that. P250 coming in clutch into a 2v2. So a lot of kills early on.
Yeah, and Rawkus, they've rotated everyone over to this A-bomb site. If they make too much noise, they could tip off FlyQuest Red. There was almost there could have been a world where FlyQuest Red just walked onto this A-bomb site and Rawkus were able to just send them packing. But we've actually got some patience coming out, which is nice. And Wyprak now all alone on A. He's got his teammate Servo rotating back from B. Nice loud push over and quietly back, but Emmy too quick over by Car, and it's 1v2 for Servo. Looking for the taps. Look at the damage. Emmy down to barely a scratch of HP, but FlyQuest Red gonna get this bomb down. Emmy still challenging on ramp.
Yeah, and that aggressive. Sorry, you got this.
Bomb down, and Emmy on just a scratch of HP, just gonna finish the job here and now. FlyQuest Red, they take the pistol.
Yeah, I was just gonna quickly try and interject there and say the aggressive play from Emmy there is what really helped keep the bomb to go down, allowing that to happen. Just because there was no worry from Vanessa in terms of having to deal with potentially a I believe it was Vanessa, at least a player coming in and stopping the plant from going through. But new round.
Good. You know why this is good? There's one player on B, and Red are grouped up looking at that B bomb site. If they pushed on in through that smoke, that would be it. There wouldn't be a whole lot that I don't think Costa could do, but they elect to respect the smoke. Elect the respect.
Respect. I respect.
Spec is also a player.
Not here though. Not in this game.
So I do want to call out. There's 3 SMGs on FlyQuest Red. One of them is an MP5, which I'm always going to have to say something about, just because it's one of those things. It's like, is Marie going in with the silenced weapon first? Does not matter, as the other rifles behind her from FlyQuest Red will silence Rawkus. So, B-bomb site unlocked, and 4 versus 3 should be pretty well wrapped up by FlyQuest Red. This MP9, you never know, though. We saw some great Deagle play as Wyprak Demon finishes the job, takes down Emmy as well. Double kill from that weapon, and rifle picked up for Wyprak. It's a 3 versus 2 with Servo on just a scratch of HP. Does not matter. MP9 by boxes. Sidelines may be on. Vanessa now all alone, waiting for the push on in. Oh, she's good for it, though. Spinning around from window to big box. All set, done and dusted. 2-0 FlyQuest Red.
That's that B anchor coming into play right there. You know, you may be on the T side, but that is where Vanessa usually plays, is towards that B site. So a little bit of just, same old coming in from her time on CT, working in their favor, and it gets a bit dicey. But FlyQuest Red, they get the round, and more importantly, they manage to keep it down and keep the finances down for Rawkus.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that was a force buy out of Rawkus. So we're seeing one of the fun things that happens sometimes on Dust2, where it's like, yes, I bought last round, but I'm just going to use the scout so I can buy again, and it's okay. So Servo picks that up. The rest of the team going to be on pistols because, well, if you scout and pistol, that's enough to usually knock somebody out of the server. Goose Breeder, caught between a rock and a hard place, will be lost in the scuffle. The rest of the team headed toward A should have a better time. Waiting for the flashes to ring out. It's Emmy behind them with the scout. Bomb tossed on over. That should be picked up and knocked and dropped on the site. Look at the HP, though. If the scout was still in play for Rawkus, this could be really dangerous. As it stands, though, they've all got pistols, and it's not going to be enough as Bibian, Vanessa, and Marie will erase them from the server.
And that's that teamwork that we want to see, especially on that T side, getting the quick team kills together and making sure everybody's protected, and especially even with everybody on low HP. They aren't scared to take those swings, to take those fights, because they know in the end it's going to be very effective to help them out. Now, that's unfortunate early on for Goose Breeder, made trying to delay the inevitable of being spotted, but up in hand of Servo, after of course saving for a few rounds, means that's an angle you can't really play with fire on anymore.
Suicide is called suicide for a reason. DTs get to mid double doors with the op. It's a dangerous place to be looking. And yeah, I mean, the good thing that FlyQuest Red have going is there's still a little bit of extra money for them after this. They've actually been dropped down to 2 a couple of rounds in a row now, so the buy could get awkward if this round ends up being a fail. This is extra dangerous. Kevin charging on in. Marie caught with a nade out. FlyQuest Red getting set up. They weren't ready for that at all. Good trade out of BBon, but the molly will force them out into the open, and the flash will stop them from being able to defend themselves. YPrek Demon, good for 1. Trade out of BBon. Again, she's got that AK in her hand, so she is going to be taking heads with it. Emmy now, the last player standing. Good kill with the scout. Recovers the AK. Has to get the bomb down. Time not that long for this world. Smoke can be tossed out, and Rawkus will be on her before she has a chance to react.
Yeah, and that's just so unfortunate. Emmy was given a bad situation, but definitely made the best of it in terms of getting that final kill, as well as getting the bomb down. Means a little bit extra money in the back pocket for FlyQuest to, for as much as they've been doing well, are a little bit light on the money in some cases.
Yeah, I looked at the 4K, and then I kind of looked to the rest of the team, and I'm like, oh wait, actually this buy is a little bit confused, a little bit awkward. There's the op on Emmy, there's the AK on Vanessa, but then there's pistols and a MAC-10. So, like, it gets worse the more you look at it. We'll see if FlyQuest Red are able to convert this, because they've definitely not got the weapons this time around. AWP on Emmy always something to be happy about, though. She had a really great performance on Inferno. Despite the loss, the opping was good.
Yeah. And I do like that they're taking a lot of pressure, or they're putting a lot of pressure over and towards Cat right now. I think Emmy is going to be joining them soon. It's a good spot for an op to potentially cover all of the A site. I mean, not much has moved for Rawkus yet. They've kind of stuck in on their position so far of where they originally lined up, and they're not really ready for a quick rotate over yet.
Yeah, the biggest thing that's been traded so far is space. However, now bodies will hit the floors. Servo, first one to drop is going to be Emmy. Deagle coming in for BBon. She's got Vanessa behind her. AK, AWP picked up. Erases Unbound. And turns this into a 3 versus 3. FlyQuest Red, they crunch on in B. And they might be able to win this one out. They got the bomb. They have the bomb. They should be able to get that planted. They're waiting to see if any other curious cats from Rawkus will come on a knocking. They spot the player in CT. Oh my goodness, Marie sidelines Grave, and it's a 1 versus 3 for YPrek Demon. We'll make good on it with 1 kill on Vanessa. Bomb gonna be recovered and planted here. And it's a double up from that weird buy with pistols and SMGs. Not a whole lot of money. Marie finishing the job here with the AWP.
I mean, it's a good play overall, and a round win is a round win. So take those all day and kind of just let things play out as they do. Because so far for FlyQuest, up 4-1, they've done a very good job here of both creating and now maintaining that lead.
Yeah, and now I was about to say, and now the weapons look really good against Rawkus, but Servo's scout proves me a liar. First kill gonna be Goose Breeder. Just a casual headshot out of that, and up close and personal, Wiprek Demon. Oh, this is dangerous. Vanessa. Oh man, that could have been tragic. If Wiprek had peeked out with a molly as it was flying in, there was nothing that Vanessa was going to be able to do. However, the AKs now come out swinging in top tons, although Unbound is Unchained is wrecking FlyQuest Red. Bibian answers back with 2 of her own, has the bomb on her back, so should be able to get this planted before Kevin arrives, but he's already at double doors. She's taken just a touch too long.
Ooh.
He goes for the tap,
Wow.
and Grave Kevin headshot over the top of window.
And that's exactly the type of play that keeps us going back and forth and makes it a struggle for both these squads, is just, especially on that financial side now. For Rawkus, I mean, they've got plenty of money sitting in the back pocket, although they're going to spend most of it now. Look on FlyQuest, and they're into pistols. They did not have the ability to withstand 2 rounds like that, so see how they keep this going, especially with rifles facing them instead of in front of them.
Well, B site flashed out. Hemi just charging a mad dog into sight. But that's a fantastic spray through the smoke. Vanessa, unfortunately, going to be the unlucky recipient. Bomb's still down, so 4 versus 4 is still an okay position to be in for FlyQuest Red, but they're still pretty stuck inside that bomb site. The nice thing is Goose Breeder sitting outside with the Tech 9 could find the wrap on these players in mid if she times this one right, but she needs to get in faster. She's already lost her teammates on site, tapping away on the window player, but Servo turns and serves her up an op bullet. 3-4 Rawkus, starting to bring this one back on the CT side.
There we go. Defuse done. And I think it's safe to say we have a bit of a game on our hands here. It didn't look like that earlier on with how FlyQuest Red was playing, but Rawkus have pushed the boundaries here. And I mean, Servo again leading the server, or at least leading his side of the server with 7 kills. Tied for overall is Emmy and Vanessa, both with 9 apiece. But I mean, you need to get a little bit more than just kills to get the rounds in the back pocket.
Yeah, there's some good openings coming out of FlyQuest, but unfortunately Servo is proving to be just a touch too much. I did mention about him in the pre-show that Servo and Cat Grave are going to be some big pieces for Rawkus, and they're definitely proving me correct so far. Grave with 1, right? Wiprek Demon being a bit of a surprise as well. Really making these maps solidly in the camp of Rawkus. I mean, there's the pistol coming out for Servo as well.
Well, that tie game's a big deal. Let's see how the reaction comes through now. I mean, this is potentially, I'm not going to say it's not the last full buy of the half for FlyQuest, but one of the remaining few that they'll have, considering where their money sits. Match pauses come in. A little bit of attack timeout. I guess maybe Shake giving a pep talk to his team, trying to figure out what they need to do, what they need to change to get them some success.
Yeah, I mean, look, the scoreline for FlyQuest, they're at 5-1 so far. So they're in a pretty good spot to make it into playoffs. But wouldn't it be better to get in at a higher seed where those early games are going to be less demanding?
Mm.
As production has mentioned, they don't have to play on Saturday.
Yeah, that would be nice, especially considering where they might be during. But player's choice, right?
Oh my
Win those
goodness, they're
matches.
going in fast. Okay, Unbound able to get one, but Vanessa going to trade, or Bibian going to trade that one back, but there's Servo again. 3 players on Cat for, or 2 players on Cat for Rawkus, proving to be too much for FlyQuest Red. Bibian will overcome that. So now it's going to be all up to Yprak Demon playing from Goose to try and stop this push. This was a speedy push out of FlyQuest Red, clearly not expecting yet another player on the A-bomb site. But again, the kills traded back, so there's still an opportunity for FlyQuest Red to get this done. Rotation, well, it has arrived in the form of Grave.
Looks like the bomb will be going in for a plant here as well. Oh no, they faked it again, trying to. Oh, Emmy. Oh, the timing on that could not be worse. The fake plant was great. It drawed Rawkus in. They were ready to go down. Evian was ready to get a kill. And just Emmy pulls the trigger. She walks in front of her, and that's just too much damage. It's great that it was a collat, but not great that your collat was with your teammate.
That's okay. Team kills happen, but when it's the AWP and you just strafe into your teammate, that's one of those mood killers that is really tough to shake off. FlyQuest Red still pushing with full aggression, full speed. They're just getting sidelined one after another. Rawkus crunching in from multiple directions. Marie, the only one able to get a kill back, and it's just continuing to get worse and worse.
Yeah. Listen, it's getting bad enough that the CSTV doesn't even want us to be in there. That's telling. So
Yeah, look, if we watch this, we don't have to watch any more TKs.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, we're trying to get back in, chat. I'm not going to spoil the scores that we see. Here we are. FlyQuest Red fully rearmed. Nice 5 versus 5 to work with. They're taking it a little bit slower this time, thankfully for us that got kicked out of the server.
Lots of mid pressure. Love to see that. Probably working it into a cat play here. You can see 3 players getting ready to go. Led by Goose herself.
Well, once again, it's going to be mid to B for FlyQuest Red, charging on in through the double doors already, but Costa just clotheslines one. Bibian, though, waking up a little bit here on map number 2. 12 and 8 so far. Double kill as she's made her way onto the B-bomb site. Oh, no! Just pretend FlyQuest won that, chat. Pretend it's 5-6.
The good news is they don't have to pretend too much. They did, in fact, win that round. So, high chance to get it tied up here at the half. Basically make it a 1-half game. And yeah, here you go. Servo, the last one left alive. Goes to the bomb. Last run of the half. Looking to try and get this back into the even point when they get over. So that way, when they get over to their CT side, it's a lot easier for them. But they've done well, FlyQuest Red, so far. to get as many rounds as they have on that T side.
Yeah, this is. I mean, my one worry is the fact that coming back on CT side, though FlyQuest Red do have a pretty dynamite CT side, is going to be a tall order. Dust2 typically a pretty T-sided map, and Rawkus have, I feel like, already proven their T-side on Inferno. If they have any experience on Dust2, and let's face it, everyone's got some experience on Dust2. This could be a difficult retake, and Yprac Demon looking to win this one out, looking to make this one a 7-5. 3 versus 2. Another one for Yprac Demon. Sidelines Vanessa as well. Marine out in the 1 versus 3. Not going to be an easy... What? Just, I barely saw that head, and it's disappeared, but Servo has been looking extremely good on this AWP and close out the half.
Well, and with that, we switch over to other sides now. FlyQuest right over to the CT. Trying to improve their luck a little bit from previous rounds. As for Rawkus, well, of course, they won map 1. They want to do the same thing map number 2. Take this in quick 2-0 fashion, and just the setup here is just, I think, some smokes over towards B, as it looks like that might be the ending spot for them.
Well, I mean, with these dualies on B, see, now I was doomsaying earlier on, but getting set up with dualies on the boxes outside of tons, there's something about it. Bibion's going to be taking the fire off of her teammate, going to be taking the attention of Rawkus. They're peeking out for her, but these dualies tapping away, good for 2. Bibion still on site after those kills. It's a 1 versus 3 for Costa, and he's being surrounded from multiple directions. He needs a lot, and he's going to get nothing. Emmy put the final nail on the coffin. FlyQuest Red. Easy pistol.
Yeah, defense and depth really coming to the forefront there. Of course, have Vanessa's the first meeting point, which is followed by well, site defense working quite well with Bibion locking things down just until the end there, where she didn't make it. So we'll see. With just pistols now, what FlyQuest Red can bring forward. Emmy missing some shots early on will tactfully retreat. Don't want them get too close.
Hey, Goose Breeder's on the board.
Yeah, I did see that. I was very happy to see that.
And she sets that round up nicely.
Yeah, Goose now going in the server means it's over, basically, if you think about it. So, tied up at 7.
Oh, that was very nicely teed off for the players on site. Rawkus thought they were done after they managed to make it past Goose, but I mean, hey, they were on pistols. I think that this is just another classic case of, all right, we didn't win the pistol, so the second round is kind of a throwaway, and we hope we win after that. Nice thing the smoke has done, though, is that it's slowed Rawkus down so much. Maria's had so much time to just sit here and be set up. She gets 1 off the flash. She gets traded out by Snowbound, but now Rawkus have a choice to make. They've been called out. The flash goes in. Goose Breeder looking for her flowers of her own. Double kill. Oh, they lose Emmy. Yprac Demon with 2. Now Bibion has to finish this one alone. Good kill. And Yprac Demon just a scratch.
Long rotate coming in. Try and get towards that B-bomb site. Get the bomb down. Not sure Bibion will hear this, just because she wasn't really able to get into the spot that kind of leads over towards that back area, but she's going for check over in towards A. Definitely gonna have to be fast here to discover it's not actually on that site.
We get to see the whole map. I paid for the whole map. I'm getting the whole map. Technically, I didn't pay anything. Counter-Strike 2 was free. But I paid for Global Offensive. And Source. And 1.6. Oh, this Molotov is perfect. There's nowhere Yprac Demon can go on 3 HP, but he's not being caught by it. So he is going to have the opportunity to peek on out and look for this kill. It might be too late already. Look at how close that bomb got. He will still get the kill on 3 hit points.
Whew. I mean, it's unfortunate you don't get the round, but it's a good consolation prize to get. On this, and I mean, FlyQuest Red taking the lead is huge. See if they're able to actually hold on to it now.
I like that we get to see. Yeah, no, you throw me that, and you take this, and okay, all right, good. Let's go for A. It's already smoked off. Let's not. Rawkus, Cawkus. We've got the Marie Og once again, but looks like it's going to be avoided this time around. I think Rawkus have learned what happens when you try to walk through the smoke at double doors. So, gonna be a mid play, probably a mid to B smoke setup here, and maybe these 2 players on B tested. To CT. 3 players outside in top mid, and 2 coming in from tons. FlyQuest Red start for BBon, finding the player up in window. Vanessa joining in, this MP9 going quite well. BBon does get dropped, and it's a double for Servo, but it's a 3 versus 2, and Servo's on, again, a tiny little sliver of HP. Now the weapons have been picked up as well.
Yeah, I don't think any reason for FlyQuest Red to not go for this, especially with a numerical advantage. You can see they're going to start making their way in right now. I mean, Backfez found the quick kill. It's all just left to Kevin, degrade Kevin rather, and Goose. She was struggling early on. She's on her way back into it quite quickly here. Now 5 kills. And giving FlyQuest Red a bit more of a lead in between.
Yeah, that 1 player surviving for FlyQuest Red. I mean, if nothing else, Rawkus are doing some really good eco damage over to the CT side. The big thing they have to contend with is just the fact that FlyQuest Red is going to be getting so much extra money off of these kills, right? You get the $300 a kill for rifles, $100 for the op, and then an extra $50 across the whole team. So these kills, each one is worth either $550 or $350 for the CTs. You can't just throw a bunch of messy rounds on the T side and hope to eventually crack in. We really need see something that is coordinated with hopefully some picks from Rawkus if they want to overcome this defense out of FlyQuest Red. For the FlyQuest Red side, though, hey, going to map number 3 would be great. We saw them on Overpass yesterday. That one definitely went the distance. And I feel like I'm the only one that wants it to go the distance because it is 10 o'clock here for me and for Will, and it is 11 o'clock for Parks. So
I'm doing my best.
that is okay.
Oh. Well, it looks like the pause has been figured out, which is good. Means that we're back in. Limited funds, of course, for both sides yet again. It's just kind of how this game has gone. A lot of money in, not a lot of money in it, but you will see a big fight in towards A-long doors, just because people are already setting up there. And I mean, Marie's in her favorite spot. This is the spot she goes to all the time. Try and catch them off guard on the angle.
Well, it works really well too, because like there have been a few games where we see the flash fly out to try and catch the player either in corner or pit, which is, I think, the proper thing to do. There's exactly the flash that I'm talking about. It doesn't catch Marie. She's able to get one and do some pretty solid damage to Costa. Emmy behind her with the AWP, deletes servo from the server. And now Rawkus, again, it's just like, what do we do? Did you manage to push the op back? That is going to be something to hopefully be pleased about, as they a very fast push up long. Caution thrown to the wind, but they're on site, so that's perfectly fine. Bomb going to be down. 4 versus 3 retake coming in from FlyQuest Red. He's up, brings out once again, doesn't quite connect the jumping no scope from Emmy.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go. I love to see it. Elevator living up to its name. Costa does get one back, but it's not going to be enough as Vanessa sideline the rest of Rawkus. Hey, if nothing else, we got the Kukli.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Dust2 is great for that specific reason of the. We've seen it kind of a few times now. People trying to disturb the A plant. I think that's a great part of the map. It always has been. But another good thing, of course, FlyQuest run double digits. With those with the 5 AKs coming towards them now, they're gonna need all the firepower they can get on that Rawkus side.
Well, that is the thing, right? We're 5 rounds into this half, and it's been FlyQuest Red the whole way. So the rifle's now coming out for Rawkus. They're gonna have plenty of money to continue throwing all sorts of fun stuff at FlyQuest Red. An opening kill onto BBon might be debilitating here for FlyQuest Red. Bruce Breeder sitting behind the smoke, waiting for the push on, and she's going to run right into the Rawkus players. They realize it first, and it's Yprak Demon to flatten her. Emmy's off, not connecting this time around. Another shot goes wide. She's got 1 bullet left in the clip, and Unbound will relieve her of her health. It's just Vanessa left standing, 1 versus 5, and she is electing to save this one.
Yeah, it's a good call, and it's so unfortunate to see those shots from Emmy missing as wide as they did. It just wasn't able to get properly set up for the defensive aspect. So you can see 1 or 2 players are going to go for a little bit of hunting, so among them to find where Vanessa is. But I mean, she's in the back corner. It's not going to be something that everybody's going for in the last little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is if Vanessa can hold on to this AK, it definitely helps FlyQuest Red to put together some sort of a buy around it. The rest of the money, I mean, again, with 5 rounds in a row, FlyQuest Red's scoreline looks great, but Rawkus have been doing the T-side thing of we just keep throwing buys at the fan. If we can win 1 round, then we win over the money. And with 5 players surviving, they do just that. Now they'll have a round where they have a huge weapon advantage, and it's going to be up to FlyQuest Red to put a stop to this with just kind of sticks and stones. And I mean, I feel like we've all seen plays where the 5-7 outside of tons is just like a god weapon. So we'll have to see if that's what happens here.
It's been a long pause. I'm excited to see another round of Counter-Strike. Just a quick update for you. I know we're Counter-Strike here, but baseball is also kind of a big thing right now. The Blue Jays did just win game number 4, so the series is tied up 2-2. It's on to a best of 3. Yeah. Thank you, production. I know they can't hear you, but I can. It means a lot. So.
Well, that's dangerous.
We'll see.
Servo's got the op on T-side Dust2. It's against pistols, but it's still a scary piece to have on the server. And also, I mentioned the 5-7. I thought there might be a little bit more picked up. It might not even be needed. Vanessa's AK saved over has become a hero piece for FlyQuest Red. Servo does manage to erase me beyond from the server. He's looking for the player up on Xbox as well. That's going to be Vanessa. That's the AK down for FlyQuest Red. But these pistols might have enough oomph to finish the job. Brave Kevin, 1 versus 1. Goose Breeder goes for the AK, and that is her downfall. 9-10. Rawkus Cawkus bringing this one back.
Yeah, a little rumble in the I don't know how to rhyme that with mid, but trades are effective for Rawkus, and that's kind of how that gets, whittling it down 1 for 1 for 1. Now you can see the buy coming in is very strong compared to what FlyQuest can bring forward with their M4s. It's great, but there's no op. There's no secondary piece, so hopefully Emmy is able to use it just as effectively as before, because Servo has entered with an op into this match now, and that's going to be even worse than just Servo and a rifle.
That is the A spawn for T side in a nutshell, right? FlyQuest Red thinking they could continue to take a long control, and the op arrives first, and then they lose Marie as a result, and to have to play this entire round off the back of a 4 versus 5, it's already hard enough to defend sometimes. Now you've got to figure out how do you cover all of those weaknesses that you get by not having a long player.
I mean, I like their initial solution of take mid control and try and hold it together. Unfortunately, that dissolves before it really comes together. Meantime, I mean, Emmy has gone down to a lurk in towards Mill as Rawkus are heading in towards the site. And following. And here you go. Servo and Costa just wrapping up those kills. Means it's just left to Goose Breeder now on a 1v3.
Well, this is going to be one of those situations where I'm like, I saw the names of Servo and Grave Kevin in the lobby, and Servo was often the best piece on teams that could barely get 5 rounds against higher level teams. Servo was there making sure that they got those 5 rounds, and having him in advance. I mean, Rawkus are showing really showing what he can. He's still got the skills that he needs to compete.
For sure. Well, speaking about competing, all tied up at 10 now. Goose being the only one to save a rifle over makes things a little bit more complicated, but we'll see how really complicated it gets here in a second. Yeah. Just waiting game again. Lots of waiting so far.
Well, I mean, Goose Breeder did manage to save over an M4, but it's a pause as well. So saving over that M4, I mean, it feels good initially, but again, Dust2 can be a map where it's really tough to know where to put that. Rawkus have been the only place they've really been unsuccessful outside of that op from last round has been long. Marie has really kept them stumped there. It does not look like they have the long spawn this time around, so that could still be a place that FlyQuest Red hold on to and just don't let go of. The other thing that you can do with the M4 is just play it mid and try to stop the T side from taking that mid control. But I mean, it almost doesn't feel like it matters because it's just like, they just walk into a site and they have better weapons. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, see what Marie does here. Not much. Just live for 2 seconds and then it's done. Servo hitting that shot. It's FlyQuest in a bit of a bind because the initial plan was lots of pressure in towards mid. Take a big fight there, but everybody from Rawkus is in towards the B site. Getting ready to plant the bomb. It's decoy, of course, but...
Well, this round brought to you by Grave Kevin. double kill, and it's just Gooseberry alone on the 1 versus 5. And once again, this M4 looking to be saved, but this time Rawkus, this is going to be rough because they're like, all right, we don't want to let this M4 survive the round. So Gooseberry are going to be pressured, and she's on 40 HP as well. So not going to have an easy time saving this one.
Yeah, lots of time still in that bomb before it goes off. And I mean, the good news is it doesn't look like anybody is really actively hunting her. Maybe why Prac Demon, but he's taking his time with it. So boom. 1 for 1.
Boom.
Unfortunately, Gooseberry is not able to stay alive, and that means a lot of time going into not to save a gun at the end of the day is not great.
Well, okay. So there's the best thing for this round is that Servo does not have a great mid spawn, does not have a great A spawn. That gives FlyQuest Red a chance to get to sites and actually get a chance to be in positions. However, this is a B spawn, and Rawkus have absolutely recognized that. Molly going to come out to try and block them off, but Servo, being this first player in, is going to sow some discontent and so just sideline be beyond. Vanessa looking to, oh, she clotheslines too, but Grave Kevin able to get the better, and at the very least, she's knocked a lot of HP off of him. No Servo and a low Grave Kevin. This could be a round for FlyQuest Red to turn this one around, but they do have to full retake. 3 versus 3. AWP picked up as well. So Rawkus not leaving anything to chance this time around, and FlyQuest go for the save here.
I think they should. I don't like how there's only 20 seconds left on that bomb timer for them to get in and get the defusal off. And that's exactly why Kevin has picked up 1. My Prac
Just too
Demon
many
another.
targets.
Yeah, it's just Emmy getting 1 kill and then immediately having to fade away just because they didn't have enough time. She doesn't have enough time on the clock to go for anything more, and now
At least she's allowed to hold on to the AWP, but map and series point for Rawkus against what's going to be a pretty weak buy out of FlyQuest Red. They've got that singular op that Emmy's going to be picking up. They've got a FAMAS, an M4, an MP9, and another M4. So not as bad as I thought initially, but not the buy that you want to have to work with going into what could be the final round of play. Ree, once again, trying to get set up long, but we can see on the X-ray, Servo on the other side of this. The moment she goes for this, she's just going to be tapped out of this one. This flick on up and just deleted from the server. Ree's had that position locked down for 5 rounds now, and the moment she's forced to play it with a pistol and an MP9, there's just nothing to be done. Costa jumping on up, jumping over, double kill for himself, and it's a 5 versus 2. Rawkus looking to close the door in the face of FlyQuest Red. Servo doing just that. Maybe on now, 1 versus 5. There's not a whole lot of a chance. She's got the kit at the very least. She's got a couple of flashes, but Unbound is unrivaled. 13-10. Rawkus Cawkus close the door. 2-0.
yeah, it's an unfortunate scene to see at the end of it. They fought hard getting it to a 13-10. This time it's a little bit of shoe on the other foot compared to earlier today when they won 13-10. So, you know, that just shows there's still a lot to work on for FlyQuest, and you can see on the board as well, Vanessa kind of sneaking her way up to top fragging for her side, 21 kills. Pretty cool to see. And yeah, I mean, just Servo, 27 kills is just massive, right? Leading the charge on both maps, both of them Servo shows. So yeah, it's tough to watch, but I mean, it's good lessons for the girls.
Yeah. I think the best thing to do is to look at that Dust2 as something to be learned from.